Welcome everyone to this 3-player free-for-all in Fleet Operations, a modification for Star Trek Armada 2. Today we bring you over here on the red side, and the red Klingons, we have Sergio648. Over here also as Klingons, we have NeroDan as green, and down here, last but not least, Beat2k10 as the White Federation. So this should be an interesting match. Now, right away you can see all three teams sending out their scouts. Now, as you might know, both Sergio and NeroDan have the upper hand because their scouts can cloak and basically park themselves in their enemies' bases, while Beat cannot. So as we look over here at Beat, we see immediately that he's going for a dilithium mine as well as an engineering, it appears. Yes, so it should be going for chassis 1 and intrepid, I believe. Now if we look over here, he has queued up another construction ship as well as a standard 4 miners for his main moons. And if we move over here to green and we take a look at Nero, and he already has a field yard up and his station is producing his miners, and he has already built his dilithium mine, and he is working on his titanium. Let's take a look at what he has queued up. And here, as you can see, the unique thing about the Klingons is that they can, their main station can produce these Caped class ships, and so right away he'll be able to get that out, as well as producing ships from his star yard, or excuse me, a field yard. And let's take a look over here at Sergio, and he seems to be going about the same way. He's already built his dilithium miner and is working on his titanium. Now you can see here that he has his field yard and is also right away building on the extension. It does not appear that he is using his base to create those Caped classes, which could put him at a disadvantage. Now if we go back to Beat's base, we can see that he has built his yard, but he has no ships queued up yet. I would guess to believe that he is still researching chassis 1, or not. And as you can see right here, you have Nero, who's basically parked and taking a look at Federation base. Now if we take a look over here, we see that Sergio's keeping a scout near these mines, maybe potentially going to make a move for it. And over here, and we have Beat already moving on to the expansion right away, so he's trying to get into this very quickly, and we'll see what he can do, while his scout is by the upper moon pair that we can see over here. So if we'll go back to Nero's base, and we'll see how he's doing, and we can see that his field yard is into producing ships. It looks like, yep, he's got the Caped class ships already queued up, as well as these Brel classes in between, so a Caped, Brel, and so on. And over here we see that he's built a field research station and he's researching torpedo drones, while his main base still creates Caped class ships. Well, if we take a look at Sergio's base, and he has queued up some ships. It looks like he's gone with Caped class there and there. Not too many right now. While he does not utilize his base for that. So he did waste a little resources by building that field yard extension right away instead of using his base to produce those ships. And here we go. Right away he's building a heavy weapons platform, pretty nasty turret to help protect his moons. That should keep them safe from any harassment. If we do move right down here, we see that Beat was going to expand to another moon pair, but he is being attacked by this Caped class. So right now, the Caped class not doing much damage. Oh, looks like here comes another one. But so he might want to move, by him I mean Beat might want to move his construction ship, but it does look like he's going to lose that. So it does not seem like he's paying much attention to this expansion. Oh, and there goes an Intrepid right there to help defend it. Although I don't know what one Intrepid is going to do against these two Compedge class, but it is doing a fair amount of damage. But he is going to lose that construction ship. Sergio is not going to let up and is going to take that out, but the mining station should be relatively safe. Let's see what's going on with his base. As we can see, he has queued up Intrepids, so, well, it's pretty standard going with those. And we'll check out his other expansion. And he already hasn't actually expanded, but has built a phaser platform that will help him. And it does appear that he has Mason as his avatar, which helps make those phaser turrets pretty nasty themselves. If we move over here, some apparently disputed area where we have both a constructor from Nero and Sergio trying to build here. And it's interesting to see them fight, but here we have a Compedge class moving in, and this is Sergio's, and it does appear that he will go and help his constructor. Oh, and Nero is parking some of his ships right outside of Beat's base. It looks like he will go and try and harass some of those miners. He might get a few kills off that, while Beat really doesn't have many ships here to defend himself. It does appear that he does not have the resources, because we can see that they're not building. And there we go. Beat is going to lose that miner, and he is moving the other one away, but that one is, there it goes, but I think he might lose away. He's doing a smart thing and moving it towards the starbase, and the starbase will help defend it. And Nero just wants nothing to do with that starbase right now. So he'll save those two, although I would expect him to try and repair this one. We'll move on from that and go back to the expansion where the lone Intrepid is. Oh, this is going to be quite a problem for Beat right now, as he tried to expand a little early and ended up with not many resources for ships to defend himself. Looks like his, still not being built. We'll go back to our disputed little mine here, and Sergio is going, it does appear that Sergio is going to take that from Nero. As Nero moves his ships upwards, but he's already, Nero has already lost his constructor, and it does appear that Sergio will take the area. But Nero does have a surprise on his hand, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, and Sergio building a heavy weapons platform. That is going to help him out big time. And Nero is just going to lose his ships if he is not careful. That heavy weapons platform is pretty nasty stuff. Right away, we just see ships exploding, but Sergio is going to leave. Nero is going to attack this heavy weapons platform, but it's just not going to work out. Nero is just losing ships left and right, but as well as Sergio's got some good micromanagement going on, getting his ships away before they can be destroyed. But Nero just has to run that heavy weapon platform. It's really nasty work. So we'll take a look back at Nero's base. He does have some more ships going on here, more Compedge class ships. That does appear to be what he's building right now, but he also has some Sousa class ships queued up and some Cavort, so we'll see how that turns out. While his starbase continues to produce Compedge class ships to help supplement his fleet, you see he went that way instead of the